this is Smash Up Marvel. This is I remember when they announced this, and like I said, I never really played Smash Up, but I know the concept of the game, and of course I like Marvel, so it interests me right away. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what we have to offer. Smash Up Marvel is by the OP and AEG. Of course, AEG is Smash Up, and I would assume that the OP came in with the Marvel license for this sort of game. Hi, Game Jedi. You remember Ross sharing on Facebook says Weird Guy Doom? Yeah. This one interested me. It's really interesting with Marvel games because Marvel is like there's a bunch of different companies that have Marvel IP games, but from what I understand, because I remember asking, I was at Gen Con 2019. I was asking the people at the OP. This was before I was even in content creation. I was asking the people at the OP if we were going to get more Marvel games, and they were pretty frank with me, and they said Marvel is a little interesting when it comes to their IPs and board games, and they have licensed out different type of games to different companies. So whatever that entailed, they didn't really get into specifics, but the OP can only make a certain type of game. So they made Thanos Rising, they made Marvel Code Names, they made Smash Up Marvel, but they're not part of Marvel Champions, and they're not part of Marvel United, or the Hail Hydra, or the Wakanda Forever game. Like it's interesting what they are part of and what they aren't a part of. Here we have some tokens. We have 1 tokens and 5 tokens, and they kind of have they kind of have like a comic look to them there. So that's nice. We have our rule book, which actually kind of there's a lot of clarification. Okay, clarification on cards. Okay, a lot of clarification on cards. Maybe we can try to read this and understand it. Like I said, I've never played. I gotta remember. So I actually pushed my desk back about that much, and now my wrist is on the edge of the table. You can see the gray border here. The gray border is just ending on the mat. So now this edge of the table is on screen. And I was getting so used to having to like reach all the way out here to show it on screen. Now I have to get used to being, I can actually, not be right on top of the table and show off this right here, which is kind of nice. So we got Smash Up Marvel. Let's go ahead and get in here. We've got, I guess we'll just look at this first. Oh, okay. We got a lot of different card packs, and there's a lot of empty space in here. I don't know if that's, I mean, I'm assuming with Smash Up, like with Smash Up Marvel, you can combine this with any other Smash Up, I would assume. But I wonder if this is planned to be expanded on, because if it isn't, this is kind of disappointing, this much space for stuff in here. I would assume they're planning on expanding this. So let's see what these are. Again, I don't really know too much about Smash Up. These are all our different factions, and you have a cool, it's not just like, it's not a card, it's like it almost feels like what maybe like a very flimsy credit card would be made out of. It's not like hard plastic, like a really good quality credit card, but like maybe even like a toy credit card, or just something very, like, maybe not a credit card, but like an ID for like the YMCA or your work if they just have really crappy ID badges. I'm not saying that this is crappy. This feels really good for like a board game component, but I'm saying like for some places have like really good quality badges and some places don't. Board game component wise, this feels good. This is nice. But like I said, I wouldn't want my work badge that I might have to like be using all the time to be made out of that, if that makes sense. But we have The Avengers, I'm actually going to push that over to the side right there. That works. We have the Avengers, and so you've got Tony Stark on the front and just the Avengers logo on the back. This tells you, okay, this tells you, we'll set them all out and then we'll read about them. You have the Ultimates, the Spider-Verse, Shield, the Sinister Six, Hydra, the Kree, and the Masters of Evil. So you have 8 factions. For Smash Up, you take 2 factions and, hey, go figure, smash them together. So you could have 4 players just straight out of the box. And you could smash any 2 up, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't have to be good and evil. You could have a good and an evil team, I would assume. So let's go ahead and read about some of these. We have the Avengers. The Avengers faction assembles 6 mighty heroes whose different skills can handle in any situation. Each has a signature action that can be used at any time, but is stronger when used with its hero. Though their numbers are few, they have several ways to cycle through their deck and recycle discarded cards to get what they need when they need it. Complexity, low. The Ultimates. The Ultimates patrol the universe looking for cosmic threats. They are strong in movement, and movement makes them stronger. They also work well together so they can spread out and then unite as a powerful team when the need is greatest. Complexity, low to medium. I don't really know much about the Ultimates, to be honest, so interesting to see who's all in that. It looks like Captain Marvel's on the front. Spider-Verse. Web-slinging heroes from parallel universes have come together in a common fight to protect their neighborhoods. They specialize in swinging in before and after bases scored to sway things in their favor, as long as they have someone already there. But they can be even stronger when they join forces during their own turn so that they can be busy no matter whose turn it is. Complexity, medium. Shield. Shield carefully monitors the world and stands ready to jump in to stop their foes. Its agents excel at both calling in extra characters for help and strengthening each other. Careful planning allows them to play cards in the right order to maximize their assets. Complexity, low. So we haven't had any high complexity yet. Oh, I misspoke. I was going to say, this was one of the ones I might actually have used. Sinister Six. The Sinister Six love to prey on weakness. They have many ways to make bases weak and get many benefits from weaker bases. They have several base modifiers and ways to reuse them and their characters. Since they make base breaking easier, they need to be careful to have the most power there when it happens. Complexity, medium high. Hydra. Cut off one head and 2 shall take its place. Hydra is not afraid of character destruction, since it makes them stronger, especially when their leaders order it. Hydra characters can overrun a base, and since they have several ways to swell their numbers, it won't be long until they are ready for more conquests. Complexity, medium high. The Kree. The Kree are an advanced militaristic race who strike down their foes with ruthless efficiency. Their strengths are in extra action play, additional powers, and card draw. Their cards can be deployed for either long-term advantage or devastating combo. Complexity, low medium. Masters of Evil. The Masters of Evil seek to control the world through any means. In addition to the VP rewards from bases, they develop alternate methods of getting VP, and they get stronger the more VP they have. They are also good at destroying characters to slow other players and increase their strategic gain. Excuse me. Like I said, it was a long day today. So right off the bat, You know, unless I see what characters are in the Ultimates, I'm probably not interested in the Ultimates. I know everybody loves the Spider-Verse. I could probably pass on the Spider-Verse. I'm definitely going to pass on the Kree. I would probably use some combination of the Avengers, S.H.I.E.L.D., Sinister Six, Hydra, and Masters of Evil. It might even actually pass on Hydra. I would probably use some combination of Avengers, Sinister Six, S.H.I.E.L.D., and Masters of Evil. And if I get to play a 2-player game, then that'll probably be the setup that I use. But let's go ahead and open some cards and see what we have. Do we not have one of those nice little tabs to... No? Maybe? Nope, no tab. Okay. That's always a shame. Don't like when there's not a tab, because then I have to do this to the decks, and that always scares me a little bit. So how is everybody today? How are you guys doing? How was your day? Hope everybody is well. Kind of interesting choices for, like, obviously there's definitely room for expansion, because like right now I could think of using you could have the Marvel Knights, you could have the Defenders, you could have the Illuminati. There's a lot of different Marvel groups that you could put into this. Now, of course, there's overlap. Like the Illuminati has Tony Stark in it, so you know you could even do the Fantastic Four, which, if you know about the Fantastic Four, or maybe if you don't want to do Fantastic Four because it's only you could do Future Foundation, which is basically the Fantastic Four with a couple extra members. So that could be something that you could do. There's a lot of different. I think these are what they call bases. There's a lot of different factions and obviously you haven't even scratched the surface with like X-Men yet. Guardians of the Galaxy. You put the Kree in here, but you haven't put the Guardians of the Galaxy. So there's a lot of expanding they could do for this if they choose to, and I think that is their plan, unless it just doesn't sell well, because the box is so big. Like, there's a lot of room in this box. So, AEG and the OP, if you need a comic book friend who just happens to know a good amount of Marvel, not everything, I don't claim to know everything, but I know a good amount. If you need a consultant about who to include on your teams, I'd love to be of help. Alright. Just getting all the cards open. Figured it's better to do that first, and then we can worry about, instead of like looking at a bunch of cards, then opening them and things like that. Especially since they didn't include tabs. And it's very hard for me sometimes to grab a hold of some of these. So yeah, like I would love a Guardians one. Even like if you did an X-Men box, you could do a couple of different groups for X-Men, because you could do, obviously you could do the original X-Men, and you know what you consider, you could do X-Men First Class, you could do like the movie versus X-Men, you could do X-Force, you could do the Brotherhood of Evil, you could do Hellfire Club. So like I won't be surprised if Smash Up X-Men is its own box. And I don't know if they've announced any expansions to this or not yet. But you could theoretically do like a 6. Okay, how many did I just say? I said you could do X-Men First Class, regular X-Men. You could do Young Mutants, X-Force, Brotherhood of Evil, Hellfire Club. That's at least 6. And I probably could come up with 2 more. Alpha Flight? I don't know if is Alpha Flight mutants? universe, or is that, I can't remember if Alpha Flight is technically Mutants universe or not. But you could definitely get, I think, another 8 groups into an X-Men box and just have X-Men, let alone anything else, which is kind of cool. Alright, we got everything opened, so let's kind of look through here and what we got. And what I'm going to do is, I just realized that none of that was in the picture. I'm so used to it. That's actually kind of crazy. I zoomed it so up. Now only that far is... I'm going to have to play around with that a little bit now. Because now, only this half of the table is even on the screen. I have to get that fixed better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click there. And then if I hold these right here, that gives you like slightly better zoomed in of what we're looking at, maybe. Yeah. All right. So we've got, I want to be right on top of here. Yep. Okay, so this is the Avengers and the Ultimates. Okay. Avengers and Ultimates. So we've got Hulk, Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, Thor, and Hawkeye. So those are our 6 Avengers, obviously. They're the same 6 Avengers as from the Avengers movie, the very first one. A bunch of cards here that allow you to look at your top of your deck, destroy a character, power 3 or less, move one of your modifiers from one character to another, shuffle up to 2 characters from your discard pile into your deck so you can assemble your heroes back into there. You have some Hawkeye arrows, you have Mjolnir, you have Cap Shield, Hulk Smash, Widow's Bite, Repulsor Boots. So you've got like a weapon for each of your Avengers. We have the Tactical Advantage. +3 power to the end of the turn. Jarvis is here. Alright, so that's our Avengers. So the Avengers are right there. Alright, let's see who's in the Ultimates. Because like I said, I don't know a ton about the Ultimates. We have Captain Marvel. Spectrum, who I don't know who that is. There's 2 Spectrums. Okay. America Chavez. I know the name America Chavez. I don't really know anything about the character. 2 of those. 3 of those. Blue Marvel. 4 of those. Okay. So there's... I don't know anything about Blue Marvel or Spectrum. But that's interesting. There's multiple characters of those characters instead of just being one character each like it was in the Avengers. Move a character to another base. Heroic Landing. Move any number of your characters to another base. Scramble, power and speed. So just a lot of those actions here just to help you do what you need to do. Play an extra character on the base when you have no characters. Cosmic Knowledge. Okay, so that is the Ultimates. Let's go ahead and look at the... It's funny because I was looking up at my TV and I have this zoomed in on the computer here. So Spider-Man. So here we are. We have the... Let's see if we can get it focused again. We have Spider-Man 2099 in the Spider-Verse. There is 4 of those. Miles Morales. There is 3 of those. Ghost Spider. So again, I don't know a ton about the Spider-Verse. And I didn't so I've seen her called Spider-Gwen. Is there a difference between Ghost Spider and Spider-Gwen? I don't know. Are these 2 different characters and they just have similar costumes? Because I've seen Spider-Gwen before, but I don't know Ghost Spider. But they look the same. So we'll see if she's in here or not. Spider-Man, obviously. And there's only one Spider-Man. Spider reflexes. Obviously, there's cards that are called with great power. Webbed up comes great responsibility. Go figure. The view from afar. Your friendly neighborhood hero. Spider-Man 2099 isn't into the Spider-Verse, though, is he? I don't think so. Spider-Sense. Yeah. Spider-Verse Bond. Alright, that's the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I really don't have too much of an interest in using that deck. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really into Spider-Man. I never got into Spider-Man that much. But, you know, that's okay. There's a lot of Marvel out there, so there's a lot of Marvel I like. I don't have to like Spider-Man. This is Shield. So we have Nick Fury. There's one Nick Fury. There's 2 Maria Hills. 3 Agent Coulsons. Does Maria look like... No, Maria... Okay. So, of course that looks like Samuel L. Jackson. Let me get that to autofocus and then come back into here. That looks like Samuel L. Jackson. Gotta make sure that I'm in screen here. I'm not really looking because I'm looking at the cards. I mean, that doesn't really... I mean, kind of, but not... Doesn't really look like Maria Hill in the movies. That mostly looks like the actor for Phil Coulson. I forget his name at this time, but that's pretty good. And then of course you just have Shield Agent, Shield Agent, Shield Agent, Shield Agent. Troop drop, reassignment, mission debriefing, extra point, work together. See, now this is a cool card. So this is a shout out to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right here. So you've got Phil. I'm pretty sure this is Quake. And I mean, if you haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. by now, and I spoil anything, I'm sorry, but I will try not to. But this is Quake. That's probably Melinda May. This is very clearly Mockingbird. I don't know who the big guy's supposed to be at the moment, and I'm not sure who this is either. But this right here is very much looking like some of the characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is kind of cool that they put like a little bit, and like that really looks like the actor from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, like, to me, that would have been cool. Like, obviously they were going to do Nick Fury, Maria Hill, and Agent Coulson. They're the big ones of S.H.I.E.L.D. But it would have been kind of cool to put some of the lower level characters, maybe not lower level, but the higher level S.H.I.E.L.D. characters, the lower level, like, Marvel characters in this deck instead of just generic S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. They could have put, you know, Mockingbird and Quake and, you know, insert other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents from the show that my mind is just blanking on right now because it's been a couple of years since I've watched it. But that is a very cool card. Proving Ground. Okay. And Rescue Mission. Who do we got here? I don't even know who that's supposed to be. Superior Firepower? Interesting. Some interesting cards in S.H.I.E.L.D. And like I said, S.H.I.E.L.D. is definitely one that I would probably use. Let's go to the Sinister Six to start. We have Electro, which Electro in the comics is very odd. I think I'm in the minority, but I actually really liked Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in the movie. Like, what they did with Jamie Foxx's character and how they made him look as Electro, I thought was really cool. Some people didn't like it, but, like, this is ridiculous. You're never going to do this in a movie. So, I thought what they did with Jamie Foxx's character was kind of cool. You have 2 Electros, Sandman, the Vulture. Again, they weren't going to make the Vulture in here look like this. Time Roller, hello, my friend. How are you today? They weren't going to make the Vulture look like this in the movies. What they did with the Vulture was really, really cool. I liked what they did with the Vulture in the movie. Green Goblin. I would say they were almost a little too loyal to the comics when they did the Green Goblin in the movies. Mysterio, again, they did Mysterio really, really well too in the movies. And then Doc Ock. There's only one Mysterio. Interesting. There's only one Mysterio and one Doc Ock. Doc Ock's fine. Doc Ock doesn't... Are we naming random mutants today? No, I'm unboxing Smash Up Marvel. I'm unboxing Smash Up Marvel. And just kind of going through the affiliations. I was naming off random mutant teams because this is in this team in this box you have 8 sets of affiliations: Avengers, Ultimates, Spider-Verse, Shield, Sinister Six, Hydra, Kree, and Masters of Evil. And I was rallying off, I was showing off how big this box is and how little the content of the box actually filled up. So I was thinking, oh, that is not on screen. I'm sorry. There, because I have the overlay up right now. There's a lot of empty space in that box right now. I was saying they're probably planning on doing a bunch of expansions, and I was listing off a bunch of different X-Men affiliations or mutant affiliations that they could do a whole box on their own as well. And then that's not even to count, you could do, a Mystic side, or the Guardians of the Galaxy, or the Defenders. There's so many groupings that you can do. Marvel just has so many things, or even Future Foundation, because there's no Fantastic Four references in any of this that I see. So there's a lot of extra stuff that they can do here in this game if it sells well and there's interest in doing so. And as we know from Marvel games, they usually get expanded into oblivion. But here's Doc Ock. I was just kind of, for the Sinister Six, I was kind of talking about how each character has been done in the movies. Because if you don't know this, so Electro was in Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Sandman was in Spider-Man 3. Vulture was in Spider-Man Homecoming. Green Goblin was in Spider-Man. And yeah, Mysterio was in Spider-Man Far From Home. And Dr. Octopus was in Spider-Man 2. All 6 of these characters, all 6 of the Sinister Six, have been in a movie. Now, if you have been paying attention, the next Marvel Spider-Man movie, which would be the 3rd in the MCU, is shaping up to be a Spider-Verse movie, where they are very likely, they've already confirmed that Jamie Foxx's Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man series is in it. They've already confirmed that Dr. Octopus from the original Spider-Man trilogy is in it. And then, of course, you can have the Vulture in it, and you can easily bring back these other characters as well. Maybe not Green Goblin in the sense of the original character, but you could definitely use these characters. They've introduced enough of them that I think in the next Spider-Man movie, we are going to see the Sinister Six. I know Sony's wanted to do a Sinister Six movie for a while. I think we will see the Sinister Six here on the big screen in the next couple of years as the 3rd Spider-Man movie. Okay, so these, of course, the Sinister Six are bad guys. So they are inciting panic, ambushing, pressure from all sides, reroute the power, cover the exits, Witness our superiority. My master plan. And move the goods. Alright. So that is these. The Sinister Six is a team that I would definitely use. I definitely would use Sinister Six. We have Hydra. So you have a Hydra Agent, Hydra Agent, Hydra Agent, Hydra Agent, Hydra Agent, Hydra Agent, Madam Hydra. Ooh, that's an interesting outfit for Madam Hydra. Okay. Arnim Zola. So Zola is interesting to me because when I see Zola, I always think of Krang from TMNT. If anybody knows that reference, because he's like a head in a body. He's like in the belly of the body, and that's what Krang was. And I don't know when Marvel created Arnim Zola. I'm sure Krang was made after Zola, I would assume, but I always think of Krang because I was introduced to Krang before I was introduced to Zola. So, as a child. So, I think of Krang anytime I see Zola, which is really funny. Baron Strucker, obviously. And then, of course, the Red Skull. 2 more shall take its place. Destroy one of your characters. After it's destroyed, play up to 2 characters of power 2 or less as extra characters onto that base. That's very thematic for Hydra. You have Hail Hydra, Fanatical Devotion, Reactivate Agents, Hour of Destiny. I feel like that's referencing Tron Legacy. I feel like the what was the bad character's name in Tron Legacy? I can't remember. It's not Q, is it? Q? I don't remember, but I feel like he says something like that when he's speaking out to the masses. You can see like that's all like Hydra agents standing in a line, things like that. Secret reserves. Ooh, secret Hydra agents. So that's Hydra. Yeah, I probably wouldn't use Hydra, but you know that's okay. Now we have our last 2 of Kree and the Masters of Evil. I am noticing like I am tired, and if I try to read the rulebook tonight, I am probably gonna fall asleep. So I am probably not gonna try to play this tonight. I'll just do. I might switch over to something digital. I could even maybe unbox another game. I've unboxed a lot of stuff though, but we'll see. We have the Kree. So this is the Kree. We have the Kree Sentry. Ronan the Accuser, obviously. Minerva. Okay. The Kree in Supreme Intelligence. Jedi, no, like legit, I probably am going to do that. I know you're kidding, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Even though I said like Wednesday nights are board game nights, I'm very tired, and I need something to stimulate my brain, and so I think I'm going to do this, unbox this game, and like I said, there's something I can maybe unbox one other thing, but I don't think I'm going to, because like when I do an unboxing, I know some people do like really quick things, and like if I film the video for YouTube, I try to keep it quick. But here, like on Twitch, when I can when I can interact with people, and like I like to give it its due diligence and like really look at everything, allow you guys to see the artwork, because the artwork is very nice on these cards. Like I like the artwork. I like to be able to talk through it, especially when there's not actually that much content. It's all about cards and stuff. I like to look through it, especially with if it being Marvel. I know most of the characters. Obviously, I don't know everything, but I know a lot of them. We have cards for Battle Rage, Speed Up, It Begins, Righteous Fury. Prepare to engage. Engage. Call for backup. Yeah, I would probably never use the Kree. Proven methods would. Just based off characters, I probably wouldn't use the Kree. The cards might be cool though. They might work well. Like if I was them, I would be giving the Kree. I'd make the ones that are maybe less likely to be chosen by people just because of the characters better ability ones, so that people will use those too. You don't want to make the best ability ones like Avengers. You know what I mean? This is the last one. This is the Masters of Evil. You have Absorbing Man. So Absorbing Man is cool, and they actually did Absorbing Man in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Whatever he touches, his like body, his skin and stuff can become. So in here, he's holding a wrecking ball, which is like steel. So he's becoming like steel, which is really, really, it's like such a cool power. It's a very, very cool thing. So you have 4 Absorbing Mans. Black Mamba. Okay. Ulysses Claw was part of the Masters of Evil. I did not know that. I don't like how Claw looks in the comics. Like, so if you don't know, Claw is Andy Serkis's character in Age of Ultron and Black Panther. That portrayal of Claw is really, really good. Like, I love Andy Serkis's portrayal of Claw. He did such a good job. The comic book version of Claw, like with a lot of comic book versions of characters, looks pretty silly. It's one thing that I really appreciate about Marvel is they look at their character and say, we have a cool character here, but it looks silly in the comic. And in the comic, that's fine, because comic books, that's fine. But when you're trying to do a serious live action remake of some of this comic book storylines, you can't have somebody look like this. This would just look silly. So what they did with Ulysses Claw in Age of Ultron and then Black Panther especially, they did a really, really good job. And then, so here's one that I am withholding judgment until I see The Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, because Baron Zemo is in that show. He was in Civil War. Zemo was. And I thought Zemo was, honestly, I didn't really like Zemo. I thought Zemo was kind of lame in Civil War. So I'm interested to see what they do with Zemo. I think they're trying to redeem that character in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But yes, Zemo is the head of the Masters of Evil. You have Acceptable Losses. These guys are all about gaining victory points. Hi, Ann. Oh my gosh, Smash Up Marvel. This game looks so awesome. Yeah, I've been kind of going through all the factions. I'm actually on the last faction right now, Masters of Evil. But there is Avengers, Ultimates, Spider-Verse, S.H.I.E.L.D., the Sinister Six, Hydra, the Kree, and the Masters of Evil. And I've kind of been looking through all the cards. I have my little close-up here, showing off all the artwork and talking about all the characters. And then I'm talking a little bit about like characters in TV shows and the comics and the movies. Sonic Shockwave, so that's for Claw, gaining the upper hand. A Portent of Doom. Convergence, okay. Oh, you got a lot more. You got a lot of characters in this one. There's Kraven the Hunter. Who are some of these other characters? I don't even know. I don't know most of the characters even in that picture. Absorbing Man's Ball and Chain. Indestructible Form. World Domination. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Good here, just popping in streams to support you all. Have Weird Guy and Karen going too. Very, very nice. Oh, are they playing Wingspan against each other? I didn't get the... EC's on too. EC's playing Terraforming Mars. EC's awesome. Karen is on, and Weird Guy's on. Oh, yep, they're playing against each other. Very nice. I'll bring them up. I'm hanging in there. Good so far. Karen had some tech issues. What's new? He's 2-player wingspan. Nice. Weird Guy Doom's good at wingspan, so Karen's gonna have to watch out. EC's playing Terraforming Mars, which I have the digital version of that. I just have never played it. Terraforming Mars isn't really one of my favorite games. But Ann, I really do appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. I'm going to be unboxing this, and then that's probably going to be it for my board game stream. I might even just do a quick stream tonight. I'm feeling pretty blah. I might keep the stream on for. Am I gonna sleeve the cards? Maybe. It will depend on my plays. So when I'm playing it, if it turns out to be a game that I really really like, and we play it a lot, then yes. If it is, if it's a game that may not get played a lot, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for the yawning. Maybe not, just because I don't want to put money into sleeving it if it's just not going to get played. But we'll see. There's very few games that I've sleeved, and that's to the detriment of some of the games I play. I should have sleeved Harry Potter. We play Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle all the time, and I should have sleeved it a long time ago, and I didn't. And so, a lot of the art is rubbing off already. Jedi, I have all of those but Takanoko, and I saw, I think you're probably referencing the Asmodee sale that's on right now, or some of the Asmodee games are on sale. I was thinking about getting Takanoko because it's really really cheap right now, but I have Ticket the Ride, the base game, and a couple of the expansions. All the expansions are on sale. I have Carcassonne and most of the expansions, but not all. And I saw that the expansions I don't have are on sale. I don't have Pandemic on Steam, but I have it on my Switch. So unless that you're thinking of getting them, okay, yeah, for sure. I would definitely get them then because they're all on sale. Though be careful because if you got the Humble Bundle that was live a month or two ago with all the different games in there, I know Ticket to Ride and Pandemic were in that. So be careful not to get double things, or you can just give them away. I'm a non-sleever, but there's one game I feel like I would play a lot and go ahead with sleeve. It's called Family Plot. I have never heard of that game, man. That's very interesting. And yeah, even games like Wingspan, I haven't sleeved. Or the only games we have sleeved are the Lord of the Rings LCG, which is my friend sleeving it because it was his game. And I think that's it. I think that's the only game we've seriously sleeved. And that was his choice to do so. So, oh my gosh. The art is so funny. Very dark, funny. Interesting. Well, thanks. I'll have to look into that. Is it Very interesting. But yeah, Jedi, I have all of those. It's a Kickstarter. Oh, okay. Okay. I have all those games about, instead of Takanoko, but I'm probably getting Takanoko, and I don't know if I'm going to buy any more Ticket to Ride expansions, just because with Ticket to Ride, there's a bunch of different expansions, and I'm kind of tempted by Nordic countries because I do like Nordic countries, but I either want to play USA or Pennsylvania most of the time. Those are going to be the ones I want to play. I either want to play just base USA or I want to play Pennsylvania. So I don't really need to own all of the other maps when I'm not going to want to play the other maps. Because I'm more than likely just going to want to play Pennsylvania or USA. Because, my thing about You just scored a tabletop copy of Takenoko and have Ticket to Ride coming. Just base game so far. You know what? I don't think I have any expansions for Takenoko, and Takenoko is a great game. Takenoko is a cool game on the table too. Like, I don't know how the digital version is going to be, but the physical tabletop version of Takenoko is very, very cool. Ticket to Ride, just base game. Now, I will say this, yeah. If you can. Now, I don't know what version of Ticket to Ride you got. If it's like an anniversary edition, or if it's just if it's just regular packaging. But if you got Ticket to Ride that has small cards in it, not this size card, but like American mini size, I would immediately recommend, and I do not do this often, I would immediately recommend trying to find the USA 1910 expansion for Ticket to Ride. In my opinion, that is the most essential expansion to any board game. If you took all expansions to every board game and said, which one do you need to have, I would say USA Ticket to Ride 1910 is at the very top of the list. And there's going to be plenty of people that disagree with me, and that's fine. But I hate tiny cards. And I do not have big hands. Like, I don't have big hands. For a guy, I have very small hands. I still hate tiny cards. And that expansion gives you so many more tickets. Like, we used to play regular base Ticket to Ride so much, like not with the expansion, I knew every single route. And if somebody put a train down in a couple of places, I could know their route. It was that bad. You need those extra tickets. And you need those big cards. Like, legit. And that expansion is not expensive. That expansion is probably $15, maybe. I don't know what it sells for right now. But like, I mean, all it is I can pull it off the shelf right now. This is the I interrupt this Smash Up Marvel to give you some Ticket to Ride 1910. This is USA 1910. All it is three little sections of cards, but you get an actual size playing card. You know, this is standard playing card size versus little mini card, and you get a bunch of new tickets, like a whole stack of new tickets. Yeah, like legit, like all of these are new tickets. So tickets. Like, look how many more tickets there are. This probably doubles the amount of tickets in the game. So to me, it's immediately necessary. I swear by this expansion. I put my reputation on that this is a necessity to Ticket to Ride. And I will never play base Ticket to Ride without this. Legit. I will not. I love base Ticket to Ride. Like, just USA map, I'm glad to play USA map. But I will not play without 1910. And that's digitally or okay, guys, we did have a con at my house. Too many games need to be played. Yeah, like, oh, trust me, I have so many games that need to be played. My kid is doing something up there. He is screaming. My poor kid has been so unhappy lately. He's teething super, super bad. Hornets degrees coming in. Yes, 1910 is necessary. Yeah, thank you for backing me up on that, Hornets, because yeah, I 100% think that, like, I could not play Ticket to Ride without it, and that's digitally or uh, physically. Like, it physically for the cards, yes. Baby Oragel. Interesting. I will have to tell my wife about that. And we can look into it the next time we go to the store. Numbs the gums. Yeah, I figure. Yeah, he's just having so much trouble sleeping lately. He actually did pretty good last night. He slept from, and that's probably why he's probably having so much trouble tonight too. We tried to put him down around like between 7 and 8, and he didn't wake up until it was 6 hours. So let's say 8. It was like 2 a.m. He woke up, which was really good for him, and then he didn't wake up again until 7:30. So he only woke up once in the entire night. He still woke up at at a decent time in the morning, but if you could do that, if you could only just wake up once at night right now, it would be great. But his mouth is in so much pain that, and we give him Tylenol, not here and there. We really do it sparingly because we don't want to give him too much. Yeah, we've done that. He likes to chew on anything but the teething toys. Everything else goes in the mouth, but the actual thing that's supposed to, nope, no interest. Yeah. 1910 I preferred to play just Big Cities or the Mega Game, not 1910 alone. Yeah, I play Mega Game. I always play Mega Game. Hornist. I always use all the tickets. But I could see using Big Cities. Big Cities is interesting. I'm sure I've done it before. It's probably been a while. Frozen waffles is what us old school parents did. Give him an Eggo. Huh. Frozen waffle. Interesting. Yeah, I mean he eats food now. He's 10 months old. So I could see doing that. Dakota, hello. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not too sore from all your training. They suck on it and it disintegrates. Yeah, like they definitely he loves to put everything in his mouth. Well, I got kind of side railed here, but we can look at the bases. This is the last part of Smash Up Marvel. Then I will do something on the computer after this. I'm gonna leave the tabletop. I might do a quick digital game, maybe, or I might just switch over to Fall Guys. We'll see. But I would like to do at least a little bit more board game content because Wednesdays is supposed to be board games now. Coda is feeling great. Got home from Indiana an hour or so ago. An amazing experience. Where I mean, obviously it's you can get to most of Indiana in a couple hours from where you are. Was you in northern Indiana in the Indianapolis area? There's nothing in southern Indiana, so you didn't go to southern Indiana. I would assume you probably either went to the South Bend, the Fort Wayne, or the Indianapolis area. I would assume, but I could be wrong. So bases, again, I have never played Smash Up, so I don't know what any of these mean. But we have numbers on here at the top and then down here. We have Stark's Lab, Avengers Tower. You actually did go to southern Indiana, basically Kentucky. Yeah, so I've been that far south in Indiana before because when I worked for a company that had a manufacturing plant in there. Down in that area. Jeffersonville, Indiana. Okay, I don't know that name. But in very southern Indiana, we had a manufacturing plant, and I had to drive down there. And I couldn't believe... So, to get from my place to Indianapolis takes between 4 and 5 hours. And it took us like another 3.5 to 4 hours to get to southern Indiana from Indianapolis. I was like, this state looks so small on a map. But my gosh, from north to south, it is pretty long. Exospace. Okay. the Triskelion, which is the headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Daily Bugle, very nice. Just Manhattan. Just Manhattan, you know. The Helicarrier, another S.H.I.E.L.D. place. S.H.I.E.L.D. base, just S.H.I.E.L.D. base. It was 5.5 hour drive from Chicago. Okay. Yeah, you got a little bit of a head start to go from there. Like, because, yeah, I think Chicago to Indy is closer than Detroit to Indy. I think. Could be wrong on that, though. I've only gone down there a couple times. I've been down there like 2 or 3. Got to train with some of the best indie wrestlers, and I jumped off the top rope for the first time. Oh, Dakota, that's so cool. That had to be. Were you nervous? I won't say scared. Were you nervous? Because I would be. Like I would be freaking terrified. Going to Illinois next week, Morton area. My sister is flying there from Portland, Oregon, and my brother lives there with his nephew. It would be his first birthday. Aw, that's very cute. That's awesome, man. I'm glad that your family can get together, and I hope that everybody is safe and able to, enjoy each other, very well. Dakota says, I was very nervous the first 2 times, but once I got my balance, I was hitting frog splashes onto a crash pad easy. I'm so happy for... Yes. That's very cool, Dakota. Man, frog splashes. Dang. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. Downtown. New York landmark. I guess they can't say the Empire State Building. They can just say, New York landmark. Icar Base. Hydra Lab. Hella. The Kreelar. Simcaria. I don't know that place. Castle Zemo. And that is all of the bases. So obviously you're playing characters to try to get into these bases and earn points. I think you get points for the number of the first, second, and third here probably, and then the break point is probably this up here, and then each base has a special ability. But that is an unboxing of Smash Up Marvel. You have power, the name, character, ability. Yep. Oh yeah. So this is breakpoint. Yep, breakpoint. Victory points. So winner, runner-up, third place, and ability. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to read this. It's not looking like it's too long of a read, but obviously I don't want to read it on screen here. You have an AEG team, you have an OP team. Very good. You have special thanks to a Marvel person. You have AEG playtesters, tons of AEG playtesters, and some and some OP playtesters. Just seeing if any names jump out at me right away. Probably not, but not at first glance. But yeah, it looks cool. I'm interested to get it to the table and play that more. Not play that more, play that. And once again, huge thank you to the OP for sending me a copy of this. I am going to be doing... I will be playing it out. I will definitely play that